Hi, this is Barry Nelson. Welcome back to another 250 Tuesday message. This week we're going to sort of continue on with an extension from last week's Getting Control Over Stress message. Okay, now if you missed last week's message, getting control over stress is absolutely vital. Okay, so click on the link just below my fingers here. Go back to last week's message because I'm going to put what we decided to do last week. We're going to take it to the next level. Okay, so we're going to put these things into actions. So put me on hold. Go review last week's message if you haven't done that one yet. Okay, now I'm going to assume that you're with me. You've actually done some of the work. Now what we're going to do is we're going to deal with those actions. We've written down anything up to 15 different actions. You have 15 stressors in your life. You've got 15 early actions. Now some of those major stressors you're going to have to turn into, you're going to have to chunk things down. So getting control by having a meeting. Well, after the meeting, you might have to follow up with some other actions. So giving some thought before the meeting. Okay, another action is giving some thought before a meeting that you have with somebody else as to what the key needs are, what your needs are, what you perceive their needs to be. What are the key must-have conversations that need to take place in that meeting? So taking a few moments to write things down about what you want to achieve is important. This all fits into a day-to-day plan. So this week's tip is all about taking a few minutes at the beginning of every day and writing down what you want to achieve. Now, okay, the test of reality is, for the success of this tip is, I know often 50% of your day, at the beginning of your day, you don't even know exists. Okay, so it might come in the form of email, all sorts of social messaging. It could be telephone calls that you actually have yet to get. It's going to assign work. That's not really what I'm talking about, but you can actually schedule for it. Some people's stressors come from feeling that their day is full of constant interruptions. No, it's not. None of them are interruptions if 50% of your day is made up in taking phone calls and then carrying out actions. That's not an interruption. That's part of your day-to-day work. We need to get control here. One of the ways to get control is to realize, hey, a lot of these calls are important. They come in. They must be dealt with. I'm the person to do that. So 50% of my day or more sometimes is not a traditionally planned event, but it is planned. You got to set aside time and know that 50% of the time each day, maybe 3.5 hours, is yours, but the rest is work yet to be assigned. Okay, be okay with that because it's part of your job. Now, if it's unacceptable to you, you've got to carry out another action to deal with that. So my tip this week is, at the beginning of every day, sit down, write down the actions that need to get done that day. And think of all those stressors that you've got going on, and you've written down the actions to get control of each. Okay, you're not going to implement everything the first day. Just pick the higher priority ones, okay, and start implementing actions on a day-to-day basis to get control over those major stressors. What writing things down and then prioritizing them, okay, if it must get done, it's an A. If it's kind of be nice to get it done or should get done, it's a B. All right, and then with each of those categories, you want to prioritize as well. So again, remember, beginning of every day, write down a few actions that you can carry out. And actually writing them down and planning for them frees up the mind for the real work that needs to get done. This is Barry Nelson signing off for another week. See you in 7 days.